My precious. What's up, guys? This is your friendly neighborhood Extreme Spidey Guy here, and today I'm going to be doing a movie review, of a 2005 animated movie directed by Tim Burton, but also directed by and co-directed by someone that I'm going to bring up later on after I reveal the name. And it's a stop-motion animated movie from 2005. And that film is for none other than 2005's Corpse Bride, directed by Tim Burton and Mike Johnson. So, how is this movie made? Well, Corpse Bride is a based Corpse Bride is based on a 17th century Jewish folk tale, which I am Jewish, by the way, just to let you know, which Rampt introduced to Burton while they were finishing The Nightmare Before Christmas. Work on the film started in November 2003, when Burton was completing Big Fish. He continued with production on his next live-action feature, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which produced simultaneously with the film. Production of stop-motion animated feature took place at 3 Mills Studios in East London. It was shot with Canon EOS 1D Mark XI digital SLRs, rather than the 35mm film. Cameras used for Burton's previous stop-motion film, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Burton immediately brought regular collaborators Depp and Danny Elfman aboard. The film was dedicated to executive producer Joe Ranft, who died during production. Corpse Bride premiered at the Corpse Bride premiered at the Venice International Film Festival on September 7th, 2005, and was released in theaters on September 23rd, 2005, and in the US, and on October 13th, 2005, in the UK. It became a critical and commercial success, grossing $118.1 million against its $40 million budget, and received critical praise for its nomination, characters, songs, and humor. The film won National Board of Review for Best Animated Feature and was nominated for the 78th Academy Awards for Best Animated Feature, but lost to Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which also starred Bonham Carter. The film won the Annie Awards Lurks Award for Technical Achievement in 2006, where it was also nominated for Best Animated Feature, Best Character Design, and Best Direction. So, what's the story for this movie? Victor, voiced by Johnny Depp, and Victoria, voiced by Emily Watson. Families have arranged their marriage, though they like each other. Victor is nervous about the ceremony. While he's in a forest practicing his lines for the wedding, a tree branch becomes a hand that drags him to the land of the dead. It belongs to Emily, who was murdered after eloping with her love and wants to marry Victor. Victor must get back above ground before Victoria marries the villainous Barkis Bittern, voiced by Richard E. Grant. So, what are my thoughts on this movie? This movie would definitely have to be one of my favorite animated films, and probably one of my favorite, one of my favorite musical movies of all time, and probably also one of my favorite family movies of all time. Johnny Depp definitely nails the voice performance as Victor Van Dort. Helena Bonham Carter definitely nails the voice performance as Emily, aka the Corpse Bride, as what is she called? Hold on, just give me a second. Emily Watson definitely does an awesome, definitely nails the voice performance as Victoria Evergott. Tracy Ullman definitely does an awesome job voicing Neil Van Dort and Hildebrand. Paul Whitehouse definitely does an awesome job voicing William Van Dort, Mayhew, and Paul the head waiter. Joanna Lumley definitely does an awesome job as Lady Madeline Everglot. Albert Finney definitely does an awesome job voicing two characters, Lord Finis Everglot and Grandfather Everglot. Richard E. Grant definitely does an awesome job voicing the antagonist, Barkis Bittern. And he's definitely a hilarious, he's definitely an amazing antagonist in this movie. Christopher Lee definitely does an awesome job, nails the voice performance as the Pastor Galswells. And this would probably have to be my favorite voice performance from Christopher Lee, the late Christopher Lee, by the way. Rest in peace. Excuse me. And my favorite performances from him are Saruman or Count Dooku in Star Wars Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, and Saruman in the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogy. Michael Gough definitely does an awesome job voicing the Elder Gutenschek. And I also do love him as, and my favorite performance from him is Alfred Pennyworth in the original Batman movies. Jane Horrocks definitely does an awesome job voicing the Black Widow Spider and Mrs. Plum. And Raytel definitely does an awesome job voicing the Maggot and the town Krier. Deep Roy definitely does an awesome job voicing General Bonespart, and Danny Elfman definitely does an awesome job as Boone Jangles. And Stefan Valentine definitely does an awesome job voicing Emil. So the film starts in an unnamed Victorian era town. Victor Van Dort is the son of a Novi Ritchie fish merchants, and Victoria Everglot, the neglected daughter of imprisoned aristocrats, prepare for their arranged marriage, which will simultaneously raise the social class of the Van Dort family and restore the wealth of the Everglot family according to plan. Although the two initial nervous, they became smitten and fall in love instantly when they meet. However, the nervous Victor ruins their wedding and rehearsal by forgetting his vows, dropping the ring and accidentally setting Lady Everglot's dress on fire. Fleeing to a nearby forest, he successfully rehearses his vows with a tree and places his wedding ring on an untempered root. However, the root is revealed to be a skeletal finger of a dead girl named Emily, who gowned in a wedding dress, who rises from the grave, proclaims herself his victor, new wife, and spirits him away from the land of the dead. A realm far more colorful and whimsical. And I do like the music and the stop motion animation is definitely awesome as always in this movie. Um, and and Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter definitely have amazing chemistry with each other. And I also do love Helena Bonham Carter in the Harry Potter films and Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were Rabbit. But this would have to be my second favorite voice performance from her, behind Lady Tonnington in Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were Rabbit. During his time with Emily, Victor learns that she was murdered years ago on the night of her elopement by her fiancé, who stole the families and jewels and got the gold she had brought, the remains of the day. Emily reunites Victor with his long dead dog Scraps, and they bond. However, desperate to return to Victoria, Victor tricks Emily into returning them to the land of the living by claiming he wants to meet her parents. Emily brings Victor to see Elder Gutenshank, the kindly ruler of the underworld, who wants to grant them the temporary passage. Victor reunites with Victoria and confesses his wish to marry her as soon as possible, before the pair can share a kiss. Emily discovers them and, feeling betrayed and hurt, drags Victor back to the land of the dead. Tears to shed. Victoria tries to tell her parents of Victor's situation, but nobody believes her, and they assume he has left her and she is going mad against her will. Victoria's parents decide to marry her to Lord Barkis Bittern, a Prumesley wealthy visitor who appeared at the wedding rehearsal. And Victor is no. And Barkis is definitely like is definitely an amazing antagonist, like I said, and Victor is definitely a likable character as well. And I also do love Johnny Depp, and my favorite performance from Johnny Depp is like Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. After reclining with Emily, Victor learns of Victoria's independent marriage to Barkis from his family newly deceased coachman Mayhew. Upset over the news, Victor decides to marry Emily properly, learning that this will require him to repeat his wedding vows with her in the land of the living and drink the wine of ages, a poison in order to join Emily in death. The dead swiftly prepare for the ceremony and head upstairs. The wedding song, which I do love the wedding song, by the way, where the town erupts into a temporary panic upon their arrival until the living recolonize their departed loved ones and joyous reuniting with them. The chaos causes a panicked Barkis to expose his poor financial standing and his intentions to marry Victoria over for her supposed wealth, leading her to reject him. Victoria witnesses Victor and Emily's wedding as Victor completes his vows and prepares him to drink the poison, only for Emily to stop him when she realizes she is denying Victoria her chance to live happily with him. Just as Emily reunites Victor and Victoria, Barkis arrives to kidnap Victoria. Emily recognizes Barkis as both her previous fiancé and murderer. Victor duels with Barkis to protect Victoria. Emily intervenes to save Victor's life. Accepting defeat, Barkis and mockingly toasts Emily for dying. Sorry, I just got a runny nose. Dying unwed, and unwillingly drinks the poison, causing him to die, and allowing the dead, who cannot interfere in the affairs of the living, to take retribution against him for his crimes. Emily now freed the torment, releasing Victor of his vow to marry her, and returns the ring. allowing him to marry Victoria as she steps into the moonlight. She transforms into a swarm of butterflies that fly into the sky as Victor and Victoria watch and embrace. And this was also one of the last projects ever done by Joe Ranft before he died, which I know he also did Cars, which I know that also honored him as well. And this would probably have to be my second favorite animated movie from 2005 behind Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were Rabbit. And Victor is definitely a likable character, and he would probably have to be probably my favorite voice performance from Johnny Depp, in my opinion. So, are there any bad qualities I have with this movie? Absolutely not, and here's how I'm gonna rate it. I am going to give Corpse Bride a full solid 10 out of 10. So tell me your thoughts on Corpse Bride. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's overrated? Just let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see you all later.